Day 3, Class 5, English. Today's topic, English recitation. Good morning, children. I hope everyone is keeping well. And I hope you all have done your vocabulary activity from the previous lesson. Today's topic will be on English recitation. Today I will recite the poem, The Long Way Home by C.J. Dennis. Now this is a very interesting and a very simple poem, so I want you to listen very carefully while I recite the poem. The Long Way Home by C.J. Dennis. When I go back from Billy's place, I always have to roam the mazy road, the crazy road that leads the long way home. Ma always says, "Why don't you come through Mr. Donkin's land? The footbridge track will bring you back." Ma doesn't understand. I cannot go that way, because of Donkin's dog. So I set forth and traveled north and crossed the fallen log. Last week, when I was coming by, the log had lizards in it, and you can't say I stopped to play if I just search for a minute. I look around upon the ground, and if there are no lizards, I go right on and reach the turn in front of Mrs. Blizzard's. I do not seek to cross the creek because it's deep and floody, and Ma would be annoyed with me if I came home all muddy. Now let's go back to the poem and try to understand it. When I go back from Billy's place, I always have to roam the mazy road, the crazy road that leads the long way home. Now here in the first two lines, the boy tells us that he is going back from his friend Billy's place and that he has to go through a mazy and a crazy road that leads the long way home. Now as you can see in the first picture here, this is a picture of a mazy and a crazy road. It's a road that looks like a maze. Ma always says, "Why don't you come through Mr. Donkin's land? The footbridge track will bring you back." Ma doesn't understand. And then he said that his mother suggests him to take Mr. Donkin's land as there is a footbridge track which can bring him back home. And then he says, Ma doesn't understand. And as you can see in the second picture here, this is a picture of a footbridge. It's a small bridge on which people can walk to get to another site. I cannot go that way, because of Donkin's dog. So I set forth and traveled north and crossed the fallen log. Now we understand why he said that his mother doesn't understand, because he was afraid of Mr. Donkin's dog. So he always have to travel north and cross a fallen log. Now a log is a trunk of a tree that has fallen or cut. So you can see in the second picture here, this is a picture of a fallen log. And then last week, something exciting happened. Last week, when I was coming by, that log had lizards in it. And you can't say I stopped to play if I just searched for a minute. And then he continued to say that he saw lizards on the log. And he was so excited to see these lizards, and he started playing with the lizards. Third stanza. I look around upon the ground, and if there are no lizards, I go right on and reach the turn in front of Mrs. Blizzard's. Now here the poet continues to talk about lizards, and he said that if there are no lizards to play with, he would go right on, he would keep moving, and then he would reach the turn, which is in front of Mrs. Blizzard's house. I do not seek to cross the creek because it's deep and floody, and Ma would be annoyed with me if I came home all muddy. And then he said that he doesn't like to cross the creek. Now a creek is a small and a narrow waterway. As you can see in the picture here, this is a picture of a creek. Now he doesn't want to go and cross the creek because it's deep and it's floody, and then he would get all dirty and he would get all muddy, and he doesn't want that to happen because it will annoy his mother. For today's activity, please recite the poem and learn it by heart. Make sure you have a clear pronunciation of each and every word. Now children, please keep in mind the intonations, the stress, and pauses while you are reciting a poem. Now, intonations is the rise and fall of your voice while you are speaking, which is very effective for the listener. And stress, please stress on some of the words that you need to. For example, the mazy road, the crazy road that leads the long way home. And for pauses, please pause for punctuations. Sharon, please keep up this activity and make sure you learn the poem by heart. Thank you. Have a good day.